Communication Award is given to a student who is able to communicate in all aspects of school life. The student has demonstrated a real flair for speaking to his peers. His presentations to his class are always well-informed, interesting, and witty. Beyond his ability to share ideas clearly, he is a true natural when speaking to groups. He is able to integrate the audience and is never afraid to ask them if they have questions. Being put on the spot by questions can be scary, but he never backs down. I am pleased to present this award to Jackson Tsai.
There you go, Jack!
I'm going to ask Jackson to stay up here while I introduce this year's valedictorian. The valedictorian address is given by a student on behalf of his or her classmates. It's a time to remember the past, celebrate the present, and look to the future. Jackson, thank you for taking the time to prepare a few words to share with your classmates.
Mrs. Vetcherson, teachers, fellow graduates, family, and friends. Valedictorian is more than a school, more than education. It is caring teachers, great friends, and learning about things beyond us. This year has been full of adventures, surprises, and new students. Last, a new student. 6 to be exact. Although they all started off as strangers, they soon became part of the family. Most of us have been together since kindergarten and have had many teachers. For example, Mrs. Rogers, the only teacher that has a Valley Way vest in 2 different colors. Thanks to you, we have the best day every year. We got to learn about the kindergartners firsthand by working with them every week. This is an experience that none of us expected. Ever notice, though, that the kindergarten kids are very uncooperative? Can you draw this picture for me? And they look at you very sweetly and reply very bluntly, no. Listen. Can you tell me what your name is? No. And then we start reading and they stop talking completely. They just stare around the room, oblivious to whatever it is we're saying. Then when it's time to answer questions, they don't know the story, they just stare at you. It's all my fault. Nonetheless, working with the children improved their patience and made us realize just how far we've come. Another teacher most of us know, but hasn't been here for a while, is Mr. Boyd. He's the guy that would work as hard and tell us his strange stories about him and his friend Miller. My favorite story is when Mr. B and Miller go sledding on lunch tracks. Very entertaining. Mr. Boyd retired after having me in his class. Mr. Clancy, the guy that taught us to appreciate the technology that we have. So much so, in fact, that Brian Wellington would give the smartboard Valentine's Day cards in the 2 years we were with him. Mr. Clancy is the guy that got us all into the global warming thing, helping us realize what the future is ours to lose. Mrs. Vetcherson, assemblies are always a true passion. Every little unimportant detail is exciting. Don't get me wrong, an exciting assembly is not a bad thing. Everyone loves an exciting assembly. Ms. Vetcherson is helpful and supportive, always willing to listen to our ideas and make suggestions to improve our various projects. She has a lot of responsibility. Being principal and running the school will be easy. And tries her best to make everything fair and equal. And lastly, this guy. The one that helped us prepare for the future, working as hard yet encouraging us whenever we get something right. Without you, when we get to high school, we probably have no idea what to do. So long, and thanks for all the cookies. We are the future generation, the global citizens. The future holds many great possibilities for us all. I can see it now. It's Monday night, hockey night in Canada. You're watching it to edge your couch, and all of a sudden, Josh Newton skates across the screen. Only to be checked into boards by Brian Wellington on the opposing team. And who would call the penalty but Danielle Bennett, our very own first NHL referee, female referee. Extreme sports, only one name comes to mind. Maybe Preston will be the next BMX stunt master. High fashion will have met its match with the light of Savannah and Helena. One can do your hair, apply makeup while the other can put an outfit together in no time flat. And if you're looking for a more permanent fashion statement, you can call Summer and make an appointment at her piercing parlor. In the future, your business may need a little help advertising. Josh Smith and his creative powers could save you from bankruptcy. His web design skills with Photoshop might even boost you to millionaire status. Will Alex be joining him in this world of technology? Or will he be vying for the position of head librarian? Will this cause a rift in his friendship with Jessica, who will be probably competing for the exact same position? What about Kaylee and Kaylee? Can Kaylee McCarthy draw Kaylee right to the dark side and convince her to work for the promotional team of Jonas Brothers? Will they be jealous of the advertising tactics of Justin Bieber's top executive, Christina? We all know Tommy will be out there in the fields driving his John Deere. Or will he create his own masterpiece, the Tractor College Chamberlain? Matt and Ariana, having had the best training possible, may very likely open their own business, a daycare. Walking younger siblings home is great training for dealing with unruly masses of tots. And when they need a day off, the tots will still be in good hands with their relief worker, Rebecca. Schools will benefit from the talents of Tristan and Hannah. Tristan, the world-renowned history professor, and Hannah, teacher extraordinaire. Out in the schoolyard, you can see Caitlin coaching the soccer team to victory. After a long day at work, you might want to go to a comedy club to relax and unwind. There you may hear the humorous stylings of Andrew, Justice, and Brian Slade, who will, no doubt, leave the audience in stitches. Perhaps you prefer the movies instead of comedy clubs. Make sure to catch the top 10 documentary produced and filmed by our own Chelsea and Megan, who will also be starring in their own movies. Or maybe Tristan and Hannah will be able to use their films in their classrooms for educational purposes. And for all you vampire admirers, Carissa will be opening her own vampire support group. Werewolves are murder style and join Amber's support group instead. Will Garianne go to take over her family's restaurant, or will she head the largest accounting firm in North America? And me? Well, you'll probably see my work reporting on the successes of my classmates for Time magazine. Together we can change the world by using the many things that we've been taught, big or small, here at Valley. Albert Einstein once said, there are two ways to live your life. One is that nothing is a miracle. The other is that everything is a miracle. I choose to see a miracle in this class. Whether by raising money or staying out all night so children in other countries can have books to read, donating food for needy families, or just helping around the community when it's needed. Valley teachers taught us how to do these things, and their lessons we will take on for the rest of our lives.